how's it going? Hope you're having a great day, and bringing you a video on how a 12-year-old advanced in chess so quickly. So my little brother is an avid chess player and really didn't know much about the game until about the age of 10. I'll tell you a quick story, and then I'll tell you how he improved so rapidly so quickly. So he was at a chess my dad has always loved chess and taught me chess, but has never really pushed the game on us. So at age 10 or 9, I don't remember, my little brother went to a tournament and I watched him play. And this is just like a recreation, go to your local gym, your local YMCA, and play chess with a bunch of different kids at like a boot camp thing. Nothing serious, right? And I watched him play a game where he had a queen and a king in the end game, and he just didn't know how to checkmate. He just chased around the king, and eventually the arbiter said, you know what, we're going to call this a stalemate. And then they played again, and he proceeded to lose the next game. And I remember watching that and feeling so terrible for him, especially because chess runs in our family, right? So my dad and I spent, and Daniel, his name's Danny. He was heartbroken, right? Felt really bad. So he wanted to learn how to get better, and so what we did is we made a Lee Chess account for him. We call him Dano. I taught him some basic endgame things. I taught him how to checkmate with rooks, with queens, the basic checkmates, right? Something every kid should know. And I'll just kind of show you what he did initially. So he's had the account for maybe a year, right? And when he first got the account, he was in the 900s, low 900s, maybe high 900s. But yeah, 911 is probably his starting point. Even dipped into the 800s. And so yeah, for the first, I don't know, July to October, 4 or 5 months, very, very little improvement. But basically just learning the game, didn't know how to play. And as you can see, he was playing blitz games, because that's what my father and I play. I mean, we play rapid games too, but the patience wasn't quite there. And yeah, he got a little bit better, but as you can see, just not much progress at all in blitz games. And I think it was about January when I finally, we sat down, we talked about it, and we said, okay, no more blitz games at all. You can still play 1 or 2, but pour your time into rapid games. So as you can see, he'd played one rapid game, and he didn't even start playing until around January 21st. And as you can see, over the course of 6 months, he climbed almost 500 rating points with his peak at 1530 something, right? 1524 or whatever. So that's a huge jump for a young kid, which is a testament as to why you get so many geniuses, why there's kids that can be international masters and grandmasters at such young ages. But I just wanted to talk about what he did to get better so much faster. So the number one thing that he did is he just plays a lot. If you look at how many games he plays, I don't know how I can do this. I just want to look at so he's played 2,000 games basically in the course of a year. And if you look at me, I've had my Lee Chess account for 3 years, maybe. I started 2 or 3 years ago, and I have 4,500. So he's playing almost as much, if not more, than me. And I like to say I play a lot. I play daily, I'd say. So that's the number one thing that he does, is he plays a lot. The second thing that he does that I don't really approve of, but I also can't fault him for this, is he loves to play these tournaments, right? You can see he has a ton of tournament points, and this forces him to play better people. So he'll be playing 1800s, 1900s, right? Because he'll just jump in an under 2,000 tournament and just get faced up against really good players, right? Players around my rating, right? People that would probably beat me in the 1900s, right? And so, yeah, he just plays against them and he gets smashed, and he's okay with that. That's kind of why he still plays blitz, but he's gotten into some rapid tournaments. But playing against a higher level has made him a better player. The third thing, and probably the most important thing that I told him to do, was to switch to playing rapid. As you can see, his bullet, his blitz, I mean, they're almost 300 points lower than his classical and rapid. And when he plays rapid games, you can see, right? As soon as we started him over to rapid, he started playing much better. And we just have him play 10+0 games. And we just tell him to think about his moves. 10+5. We don't let him play. I mean, I don't think he quite has the patience for 15+10, the ones that I usually do when I play rapid. But I think that comes with age, and he probably could if he wanted to, but I think he likes to play multiple games in a row. Like I said, we have his account on like chess, so he's not chatting with anyone. Excuse me, kid mode. Lee Chess has a kid mode, and I think it's really usable, really kid friendly. We've had really good experiences with it, so I definitely suggest that. If you're thinking about, oh, do I want my kid playing online, the kids mode on Lee Chess is excellent in my opinion. So he started playing a bunch of rapid. We also started doing puzzles right here. So he's done 509. I would say puzzles are good for finding tactics. You know, I don't do very many puzzles, but we went over, I mean, he's done 500, right? So we've done puzzles, and it's helped him like see tactics, and he's learned how to like, he's learned what a knight fork does, he's learned what a pin does, right? So like he's learned basic checkmating patterns. So puzzles are really good, but maybe not, I mean, I don't know how to train a grandmaster and international master, right? But what I've found with my little brother and found success with is playing slow games, playing against people that are better than you, so you can learn what they're doing, right, to beat you, and playing a lot. So I just wanted to share these little tips with you on like anyone out there who's interested in like improving their game. There's something we can learn from, especially from my little brother. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to touch on is I taught him several different openings. And I just taught him I taught him the first 10 moves of the Caro-Kann, right? So when someone plays e4, you know, he likes to mix it up, right? I don't like to contain him, right? But he has a weapon, right? He knows how to play the Sicilian because my father's a Sicilian player. I don't really dabble with the Sicilian, but he knows how to play a version of a Sicilian, and he knows how to play a Caro-Kann, which aren't really. I think the Caro-Kann's fine, but I wouldn't recommend the Sicilian to a 12-year-old, right? Because I mean, it's a very complex opening with a lot of sharp lines, but he does fine with it, right? Because all people play the Sicilian, right? It's so. And then his white, I taught him the Vienna game. He plays the Spanish a little bit, so kind of same thing. I don't really recommend the Spanish, but because there's a lot of sharp lines and a lot of theory that goes into the Spanish, but he does well with it. And yeah, so just like having like 1 to 2 openings that he can play, and I think the opening that you pick is important, but at the same time, we've seen that it doesn't really matter. So if you pick something complex, or if your kid really wants to learn the French defense or whatever, I think it's fine to play a little bit more advanced defenses, because I think practice and repetition is the best way to get better. So yeah, those are kind of the things that we found with my little brother that has helped him in his journey to becoming a better chess player. And yeah, so the following year he played in he went back to that tournament and he just crushed everybody. So it's really interesting to see a year's time, not even really, like I would say the first 6 months he was just learning how to play the game better, right? Let's go 1 year. I mean, he was just learning, kind of developing that love for chess, and then once he actually started to want to get better, you see this really sharp climb. And of course, he watches us play our games, right? And we evaluate positions with him, and we don't do much over the board. We found that online, I mean, we play against each other over the board, but it's hard to find a lot of, I mean, we're in small town Wyoming, where we're from, so it's kind of hard to find any real chess tournaments. So it's been a journey, and it's been a good one. So if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you, man. Hopefully this helped you on learning more about how to improve your chess game, and we'll catch you in the next video.